Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Blackhawk Christian High School. Tonight's matchup between the Snider Panthers and your Blackhawk Christian Braves. Along with Paul Suvar, I'm Brian Greenwalt. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. And both teams coming off big victories the last time out. Snider over Dwenger by 35 points. Oof. And, of course, our big win over Southside last time by 33 points. And, Paul, what do you expect here tonight?
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting matchup here. Kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde set up here with the Panthers. You don't exactly know what squad's going to show up. We've seen them on the year, upward scoring around 86 points and be held in check to a tune of 46. We know that they're scrappy. We know that they're well-disciplined, and they're very, very physical. We talked to Coach before the game tonight here, and he said his team's got to play strong, be strong with the ball, and make sure they are very solid on defensive assignments to make sure they secure this win tonight. Yeah,
we don't have anybody named Shaq on our team, but it sounds like the hack of Shaq might be in order tonight for Snider.
Goodness.
Snider, a young team. They've got one senior that plays significant time, but led in scoring by a sophomore and a freshman, which may lead to a little bit of the inconsistency, especially early on in the season. They had a 7-game losing streak in December, and that has to lead to the 5-10 record that they have right now.
Yeah, it's certainly a frustrating stretch there during that 7-game losing period for them. But again, even those are learning opportunities for the Panther squad as well. They're young, and when you're leaning on those underclassmen to help lead your team, you're definitely going to run into that battle of inconsistency, no question about it.
Blackhawk Christian coming off what we believe was one of their best games of the year against Southside. Drake Thompson, of course, one of his better games of the year, and just overall performance. We told Coach, one of the best performances all year, just overall.
Oh, without question, yeah. There was tenacity, there was passion, intensity, really from the start to finish of that game versus Southside, and it paid off dividends. Big win against a 4A school last week. We host another one tonight in Snider.
All right, we're going to go down for the pregame announcements, and we'll be back with you after the starting lineups for this matchup. All right, there's the starting lineups for tonight for Snider. Keandre Brown, the senior in the lineup. Jonquel Lee, another senior. Dylan Duff, a sophomore. Michael Ely, a freshman, leading their team in scoring so far this year. And another senior down low, Lawrence Johnson, a 6'4 senior. For Blackhawk, the traditional lineup are Coach Davidson, Maul, and Saspenhausen in the backcourt. Davidson in first, and then Drake Thompson in the middle. Thompson will jump against Duff. Referee throws it up, and we are underway. Blackhawk Christian with the ball to start the ball game. Snider is going to start out man-to-man. Something we don't see a lot, actually, in matchups against the Braves. A lot of teams have been going zone against the Braves.
Yeah, very true. Trying to mitigate that size advantage that just about every single matchup the Braves are partaking in have a decided advantage in.
Snider throws the ball out of bounds. Blackhawk Christian gets it back after their turnover. Jalen Maul over to Saspenhausen. Now Caleb first up top. Now Davidson and Maul. Blackhawk on the weave out top. Maul penetrates left hand. Layup is good.
Boy, beautiful play right there. Aggressive defense, which we expect from Snider tonight. An overplay on Jalen Maul. And if you play him too tight, he'll do exactly what he did right there. Burn you, taking it to the basket.
Out top now, Jonquel Lee sets it up for the Panthers. Gets it over to Duff. Duff looked for the shot against first, didn't take it. Now we got a jump shot here, up, no good. Maul with the rebound. Frankie Davidson left side three off the rim, over the backboard, out of bounds to the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a quick shot, but really in the flow of like that secondary break that the Braves were running. So Coach Davidson's going to live with that shot from Frankie. It was a good, clean look. He's hit that often this season, definitely with regularity for sure.
You can tell from the outset, Dylan Duff looking to be aggressive with the ball, looking to be aggressive. There's a step-back jumper by Duff. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Saspenhausen.
Good contest there by Caleb Hurst. Out there on, see who we got, Duff.
And Duff, yeah. Drake Thompson underneath. First with the rebound, no, goes to the Panthers.
Oh, good battle right there by Johnson again underneath. Lacks in size vertically, but he's got some bulk to throw around tonight to try and battle on the boards.
Jonquel Lee has it out top for the Panthers. Duff has it right-hand side. Out to Lee, looking over now to Johnson. Johnson over now. Brown with the layup is good.
Boy, pretty move by Brown. That's exactly where the Braves want to funnel him. His strong hand is his left hand. They were trying to push him to his right. A good hard jab step from Brown. He took it hard down to that right-hand block, finished with the offhand.
Steal by the Panthers. Sassenhausen will get called for the block there. Nothing meant there, just hard play.
Yeah, physical play right there. Again, Snider, we know they like to play the passing lane. They're physical on defense, trying to body up just about everybody that they play. Loose ball right there. Luke tried to recover that loose ball, ended up running into Lee. Yeah, no harm, no foul on that one. Very unintentional.
Brown has the right-hand side against Mall. Screen set by Duff. Duff dives to the basket, does not get the ball. Brown holds on to it and gets it over to Lee. Duff, too many steps on the outside, traveling over to the Braves.
They try to give that little up, shoulder fake right there to get his man up off his feet, end up dragging that pivot foot as he was trying to drive the ball to the basket.
Be a good challenge for Caleb First tonight.
Yes.
Caleb's been used to guarding the guys underneath the basket most of the season, as his layup doesn't quite go, and they're going to get Drake over the back.
Boy, phenomenal play right there, though, to free up Caleb First. He ended up getting a back screen and then diving along the baseline to that left-hand block. Ended up grabbing that ball mid-air and turning with it, trying to finish while he was turning. Unfortunately, went off the back end, and that's allowed Drake to get that over-the-back call of the offensive rebound attempt.
Yeah, Caleb never got his shoulder squared there.
Yeah,
he was
absolutely.
just trying to turn in midair, and he should have just came down with that ball, squared up his shoulders there.
Gather yourself, explode up to the basket.
Brown underneath has Thompson and Mall on him, loses it out of bounds. Blackhawk Christian will take possession.
Well, Keandre Brown, only about 6'1", but he's got a good frame to him. Wide shoulders, strong kid, very scrappy. He's going to try and take advantage of really a slight size advantage that he has over Jalen, but he's definitely physical. He's going to try and use that to his advantage tonight.
Davidson over to Mall, left-hand side. Thompson comes out for the screen, dives to the basket as Mall throws the jumper, no good. Davidson with the rebound. Goes up over Johnson and gets the foul called.
There will be no easy baskets tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Every shot will be contested. If you take it into the paint, you better be fearless, because you know that Snider, somebody's going to rotate over there and put a hurting on you. Johnson, in that instance, saw Frankie cutting down off that offensive rebound into the paint and laid the lumber to him. But again, Frankie absorbed it, gets himself a couple free throws.
First free throws off. 2-2 is still our score. 4:45 remaining in the quarter. Second one up and good by Davidson. Gives the Braves a 1-point lead. Panthers come back. Blackhawk stays in the man-to-man. Here's Johnson up top. Ely dove to the basket. Johnson could not see him there. Now we got Brown guarded by Mall. Mall stays in front of him. Looks outside now to Lee for three. Off the rim, no good. Davidson with a nice box out in the rebound.
Yeah, good defensive possession right there on the skip pass. Contesting and then closing out the defensive possession with the rebound.
First underneath, grabbed by Duff. Duff will pick up the foul. Nice position underneath there by Caleb. Nice look by Sassenhausen.
I love the defensive intensity that Snider brings, and they are not afraid to be physical on the defensive side.
Johnson getting physical there with Drake. The referee stopped play. Try to separate the two big guys. And we'll have ball underneath by Blackhawk. First out to Sassenhausen. Jalen looking to go around the screen. He gets the right-hand side. Thompson calling for it underneath. Now goes away. Davidson spin move backdoor. Sassenhausen tips it. Tries to tip it to himself. Out of bounds. They're going to give it to Snider.
Well, Snider is just bodying up the Braves here. Early part of the first quarter. Playing the passing lanes. I'm sure there'll be adjustments being made. I mean, back doors will be open with the aggressive play that Snider plays with there. You're going to be able to exploit those overplays as the game progresses.
Duff penetration all the way into the basket for two.
Oh, good hard play. Hard-nosed drive there by Duff, slicing into the paint. A little bit late on the rotation were the Braves on that play.
Drake didn't quite get the rotation over quick enough there against Duff. Davidson with a turnaround jumper. Beautiful play right there. Silky smooth fadeaway J from Frankie Davidson. Ely for three, right left-hand side, no good. Maul comes away with
nice
it.
Out.
Davidson out top. Layup is good.
That was Frankie leaking out again. Jalen always has his head up, finds the streaking Frankie.
Ely with the little bit out of control layup, but gets it to go for two.
All of a sudden, back and forth.
Back and forth, I think Snider would be comfortable with it, but honestly, I think Blackhawk would be as well.
I agree. That is definitely more in their wheelhouse for sure.
Davidson with the height advantage, trying to take advantage. Drake underneath, couldn't get it, gets his own board, up and in.
Right there, great positioning, phenomenal pass there by Frankie to sneak that in. Kind of a wraparound, dump-off pass down to the block to Drake. Good, strong hands to corral it in.
Ely, left-hand side, three, no good. Johnson comes down with the board. Nice steal by Maul. Maul all the way down, penetration, layup short. First couldn't quite get it either. Going to get the foul on the floor. And it's going to go, looks like against Brown.
Yeah, Brown picked that one up. Relentless on the break, I'm telling you what. Starts on the defensive side with Jalen again. Slicing in, getting that cross-court pass, picking it off midstream, and then streaking back towards the offensive side. Again, and all the Braves following in, as they normally do, running hard on the break, anticipating a miss, hoping for a make, anticipating a miss, and actually picking up 2 offensive rebounds there. Before that last one ended up picking up a foul against Brown on Frankie.
Number 11, Lee checks out. Johnson checks out. Maul gets the ball there. First, back out to Maul. Maul shoots the three. In and out, no good. Drake Thompson right there with the board.
Oh, I love it. Boy, the bigs have a size advantage without question tonight here. And again, Drake, that passion, that fervor, getting an offensive rebound.
Traveling by Snider, out of bounds to the Braves. Tell you now that Johnson is out. I think Drake's got the advantage inside. They've switched Duff over to him. Duff's got the height, but Duff doesn't have the bulk.
Yes, without question. No doubt about it. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a situation right now. If the refs are going to let the physical play go, that is advantage Drake, no doubt.
That lob pass was not there, but Brown missed it, and Davidson was able to get it off the tip, and Snider gets called for the foul.
Well, another foul here on Duff. Picks up his second here. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. See how Snider plays this.
Snider looks like they're going to bring Johnson back in. Just looking at the stats that we could find, and it only had 12 games, but Johnson only averages about 10 minutes a game. So even though he's a starter, he's not used to big minutes, but he might get minutes here as Duff's picked up too early.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Panthers are looking at this as far as matchups are concerned. You know, Johnson matches up with Drake Thompson a little bit better. If he can provide some minutes that try and offset and mitigate Drake's size and bulk down on the block, he's going to be a valuable asset to Snider tonight.
12-6 our score. Blackhawk with the lead. 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. Brown up top, left-hand three, no good. Caleb first comes out of there with the board. And steal. Here comes Brown back for Snider. Here's Ely. Ely gets it down to Johnson for two. Nice break.
That was very, very well done. Again, getting out on the break, streaking Ely into the paint. Anytime you do that, good things happen.
Just short by Maul. Sassenhausen got
nice look.
Drake Thompson underneath. Out to Maul. Maul penetration. Floater off the rim. No good. Maul gets it back and gets the foul.
Boy, relentless on the offensive glass are the Braves. Flipping it up there. And then crashing the boards hard, anticipating that miss. Again, Jalen ended up picking up a couple offensive rebounds there himself and ended up absorbing that contact and getting a couple free throws.
Jay-Sean Underwood with the foul for Snider, his first. Isaac Farnsworth checks into the ball game, sophomore for the Panthers.
Oh, okay, on the floor they say.
We don't call that not in the act of shooting.
Huh.
A couple times they've called that, and not sure the coach agreed with them, but referees say is final. First, tries to get it out to Maul. Maul saves it. Nice job there. Sassenhausen shoots the three off. No good.
Nice look.
Maul into Drake Thompson for two.
Well, again, another offensive rebound there. A beautiful slip pass down to Drake, and just waiting at the front of the rim for that ball. Corrals it in, gets himself a deuce.
Underwood has it up top. Now over to Ely. Ely's been aggressive, looking for his shot on the three-point range early on. Gets it over to Wimby. Now Ely over to Farnsworth. Underwood, Wimby for three, off the front rim, no good. Ely with a nice offensive rebound and the soft touch.
Boy, I'm impressed with the freshman tonight. He plays aggressive. He's kind of lanky. He's kind of a long strider as he's cutting into the lane. Kind of your typical slasher.
Mall, top of the key,
nice.
shoots the three. Coming up on 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. There's Ely. Penetration gets it out to Johnson. Johnson not sure what to do. 7 seconds. Off the back rim on his shot, no good. And there's First with 3 seconds. 1 second, Sassenhausen shoots the three off the rim, no good. At the end of the first quarter, we've got Blackhawk Christian 17, Snider 10. We'll be right back with second quarter action on The Voice.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school athletics.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana?
Welcome back. Second quarter action. The Snider Panthers will get the ball to begin the quarter. They're down 17-10. Early on, Blackhawk Christian aggressive on the offensive boards. Good defense. Snider still tough underneath as well. Ely on the three, no good. Sassenhausen, nice position to get the board.
Yeah, good defensive possession here on the onset here, the second quarter. Nice.
Caleb First underneath with the left-hand floater.
Beautiful. That's going to be there again. If the Braves are patient on offense, they go through their offensive sets and try and get their bigs established. I think they're going to find easy opportunities down on the block tonight.
Snider with their starting lineup back in, including Dylan Duff. There he is with a jump shot is good.
Nice shot by Duff. Again, aggressive off that screen. Straight away, 18 feet. Good contest by Caleb there.
That's why with even with 2 fouls, they need Duff in there.
Yes.
Jalen Mall all the way in with the left-handed layup. 7 points early on for Jalen Mall. 9-point lead for the Braves. Here's Lee with it up top. It's Johnson. Kyle Zerbach into the ball game for Blackhawk, replacing Thompson. Here's Ely. Get it back over to Brown. Brown's guarded by Mall. Screen set by Johnson. Penetration by Brown. Nice layup by the senior.
Boy, slicing through the lane right there again. That's to a strong hand. He's going to his left. He's a left-handed player. So that little dipsy-do. Oh, man.
Oh, Johnson with the tackle on Mall. And Johnson's down right now. Hopefully he's okay.
From our vantage point, it looked like he just kind of bear hugged Jalen coming down on him. Good night. Jalen
feeling the effects a little bit, but Johnson's the one still down. And call the players over to the benches here. 21-14 is our score. We got 6.5 minutes remaining. And for Blackhawk here in the second quarter, I mean, the play right now is Jalen Mall. I mean, Jalen being very aggressive on the penetration. And he's gotten some good looks there. Caleb First got his first 2 points of the ball game here in the second quarter. There's some matchups that Caleb can exploit out there too, just depending on the substitutions that they make.
Yeah, and I like the way that the offense is running when But when we're running sets on offense, the half-court offense, when we're sliding our bigs block to block, setting screens for each other, and then little rub screens for our wings coming off to try and spring them as well. There's going to be opportunities as we probe and swing that ball back and forth to get our bigs established, get them anchored down on both of those blocks, left and right. We'll have plenty of options as long as we're patient. And it can be a challenge because Snider is so aggressive on defense. I mean, they really try and force your hand, which is what Jalen's been exploiting. You know, tight defense, Jalen sees that. He's reading it perfectly. He knows with his quickness advantage, he can slip right around, get into the paint, get his own offense, and start to create some for his teammates as well.
For Snider, the substitutions, looks like we got John Barnes seeing his first action, 6'1" sophomore. Also, Jayshon Underwood, a 5'9" sophomore, checks back into the ball game. Lee and Johnson both out. Maul hits the second. 9 points for Jalen. 22-14 is our score. Underwood gets it over to Barnes. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers.
Good defense there. Good rotation. Good help.
Another new Panther coming onto the court, Darion Wright, 5'9" junior. He replaces Ely. Ely gets his first break of the ball game.
They shift him in and out on a regular basis here, Snider does.
Wright with a hard penetration to the baseline. A near steal by Davidson. And there's a traveling by Wright. Snider a few times tonight trying to get going before they can put that ball on the floor.
Yeah, those skip passes and swing passes, they're coming off those screens. They end up collecting themselves, and you're absolutely right, shuffling those feet as they're trying to make that move before they started to dribble the ball, taking them off the bounce.
Blackhawk has the ball, has the 4-point lead. Snider staying in the man-to-man defense. Maul has the left-hand side. There's Michael Pulver just in the ball game. Had the open three, didn't look at it. Penetration knocked out of bounds by Duff. Nice rotation.
Yeah, that was nice play right there by Duff. Again, releasing off of Caleb first and recognizing that Pulver ended up getting kind of hung up in the air a little bit, coming over, blocking that shot with authority out of bounds.
Maul gets it into first. First drive against Duff. Stepped out of bounds. Panthers take over.
Oh, really good defense by Duff. I mean, both sides of the court here. Duff has played well on offense, and he's really bodied up Caleb first well. And I think that's playing a role in Caleb missing some of those easy bunny shots that he typically converts on.
Blackhawk, I think, three-pointer no good, and there's first with the rebound. Tries to get to Pulver. Pulver wasn't looking, but recovered at the last second. Maul with a penetration, gets it out to Pulver, looks at Davidson. Davidson wide open three, back rim. Jalen controls the rebound. Nice up and under.
Oh, beautiful right there. Off the offensive glass. Again, taking it hard into the paint. Little up and under. Finish on the other side of that rim.
Timeout here by Snider. And a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. 25-19 is our score. 3:35 remaining before halftime. Right there, Frankie Davidson missed the wide open three, but Jalen in great position for the rebound.
Yeah, that's kind of been one of the big storylines here of the first half for the Braves, is really crashing hard on the offensive glass. They've made a lot of easy putbacks and had second and third opportunities, which have allowed them to kind of extend this lead to a 6-point margin.
It'll be interesting to see the next 3.5 minutes as I see Coach putting Drake Thompson back into the ball game. Looks like giving Caleb first a blow. So we're going to have Thompson and Zerbach playing together out there. Snider coming back in. Good to see Lawrence Johnson back into the ball game after taking that hard spill with the foul on Jalen Maul earlier in the ball game. So it'll be interesting to see because we're going to match up Kyle now against Dylan Duff, and Dylan's been doing a great job offensively here.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle's got that lateral quickness, probably a little bit more lateral quickness than what Caleb has, but obviously a little bit less length.
Drake Thompson's got to be ready for the help down there. Brown penetrates right-hand side.
There we go.
Tries to get it out to Underwood. Out of bounds to the Braves.
Well, you're absolutely right. Everybody rotated, recognized you had the ball. Brown ended up slicing into the lane, got himself over. But at that point, there was about 4 Braves that had kind of crashed down and pinched the lane, which kind of forced that errant pass.
Pulver now, Thompson. Over to Davidson and now Maul. Thompson flashed down underneath. Now Kyle flashes down to the block. Dylan Duff doing a nice job on Zerbach there. Maul, now Pulver. Drake Thompson calling for the ball underneath. Maul calls Pulver away, looking down to Thompson. Instead, skip pass to Pulver. Back out to Zerbach. Braves being patient here, looking for a good shot. Maul tried the penetration. Now got a screen by Thompson. Davidson in the corner. Good defense here by Snider. Maul, penetration, left-hand layup. Foul called against the Panthers.
Yeah, good defense by Snider. That's something we should definitely be expecting tonight as well. But good patience by the Braves. There's no reason to try and force a pass over the top if the angle is not there or the help side is kind of crashing down. There were a couple opportunities where they thought they might have had Drake there, but again, weak side help was kind of crashing over the top and limiting that opportunity. So again, good patience by the Braves. Again, swing the ball back and forth. Try and get yourself a better angle to attack this stingy Snider defense is what really Jalen is all about.
Jonquel Lee checks into the ball game. Underwood checks out with 2 fouls. Maul's second one, nothing but net.
Yeah, pretty stroke there by Jalen tonight. Again, he's hit, I think, 4th free throws for the Braves tonight.
13 points for Maul, 27-19, 8-point lead for the Braves. Brown thought about the 3, gets it out to Lee, and now Ely. Ely guarded by Davidson. Now Brown left-hand side, 3-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good. Out of bounds, off Snider, out of bounds to the Braves.
Well, a heat check shot right there by Brown. He hit that last step-back 3 right in Jalen's face, but better contest there. A little bit tighter defense by Jalen on that one. Ends up trying to contest that shot at its apex, and that was an errant shot.
Jalen Maul takes it all the way in with the layup.
Beautiful by Jalen again. If they're going to play in that tight, you better be prepared to help out on defense. You're not going to be able to contain them with single-man coverage.
Lee on the left-hand side, guarded by Pulver. Now we got Duff. Nice screen set by Brown. Johnson looking for help, gets it down to Brown. Brown guarded by Maul. Nice help by Thompson. They're going to get him over the back.
Who are you going to get that to?
I think Drake.
Drake, yeah. Goodness.
Second one on Thompson. I think the block may have been clean. I think they're saying that he got him low on the body.
Had to be the case. Yeah, good point.
Maul was in no man's land down there. Brown's got him height advantage a little bit, and he was ready for that layup.
Yeah, we've seen Johnson kind of shoot that 15-footer, 16-footer. But, in reality, he's kind of more of a table setter for Snider. He's kind of that pivot man right at the nail head where they rotate that ball to him, and he tries to either give a handoff or a little dump down pass. In that case, a little pass over the top to Brown.
Brown with 9 points tonight. 8-point lead for the Braves, 1.5 minutes remaining before halftime. Double screen set there by Blackhawk. Now Davidson wide open, three-pointer.
Get in there.
It's in.
Nice. Great shot, good rotation, good defense, great set play coming out on offense right here.
Thanks to Paul's encouragement, that 3 went in.
A little off, come on now.
Pulver with a good defense down here, knocking out of bounds. Snider will bring it up with 1:20 remaining before half. 11-point lead. We've stretched it to double digits for the Braves. Here's Ely. Ely hasn't gotten a lot of shots up with Davidson in his grill all night. There's Wright. Wright just came in for Johnson on that last dead ball. Duff over to Lee. Now Brown. Brown shuffled those feet.
Yeah. That's probably 3rd or 4th time we've seen that called tonight, where again the Snider offensive player has started moving with the ball without dribbling. That, I believe, is a violation.
Last time I checked.
Last time we checked.
1 minute remaining in the half. 11-point lead for Blackhawk.
There they go. Starting to go into a zone at this point.
Pulver tried to cross court it to Maul. Out of bounds. Snider will take it. We'll get Sassenhausen back in here for the last 49 seconds. Replacing Pulver. Pulver may have to start looking for his shot a little bit more. They are giving him that three-pointer when he's in the ball game.
They are sagging off heavily. And he's got that range without question. I mean, if he sets his feet up there, he's got a nice-looking shot.
Right, looked inside and get it. Now Duff shuffled his feet.
Sure did.
Traveling over to Blackhawk. Probably a point of emphasis for the Snider coach there at halftime.
They will have a couple conversations at length about, hey, let's dribble while we possess the ball.
I'm not sure he agrees with that last call, though. He's checking with the ref on that one. It was ever so slight movement of the pivot foot, but nonetheless it was a violation. Nice look to first underneath, and he'll pick up the foul. Looks like they got number 5, maybe.
Okay.
Foul number 1, okay.
Another one on Brown. Ooh, that's
Brown's second.
That's a tough call. Less than 30 seconds left in the half. I mean, boy, I know they're physical, and that's kind of their mentality, but you hate to see Brown pick up that second foul with that much time left on the clock. You almost just want to give that up. But no easy buckets. No easy buckets, says Snider.
That is the mantra there. First with a nice stroke, 2 free throws, 4 points on the night. 13-point lead, 25 seconds remaining before the half. We'll see if Snider opts to go for the last shot of the half. 20 seconds remaining. Lee's guarded by Zurbach, certainly giving up some quickness there. Now we got Wright out top, guarded by Sassenhausen. 10 seconds remaining. Screen by Duff. 3-pointer on the way by Wright. Off the backboard, no good. 3 seconds remaining, 2 seconds. Maul, 1 second. First will get it up and just off, no good. Halftime score, Blackhawk Christian 34, Snider 21. We'll be back with second half action in a few minutes here on The Voice.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball, wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenage one of the superior service you'll receive? So just to let you know, they know their ABCs about auto repair, not only frontwards but backwards. Don't believe us? Well, then here we go. Z.
Zoom or zip on in with your car, truck, or RV, domestic or foreign.
Y.
You get the best advice and service.
X.
Extremely knowledgeable about your vehicle.
W.
Water pumps.
V.
Vibration damper. Cars have those?
Told you, they've got all parts for all vehicles. U.
Universal joints.
T.
Thermostats.
S.
Suspension.
R.
Radiators.
Q.
Quick service.
P.
Pistons.
O.
Oil pumps.
N.
Nose panels.
Nose panels.
Zoom time.
M.
Mufflers.
L.
Linkage.
K.
Knee assembly.
J.
Jounce brackets.
Jounce brackets.
Hey, you asked.
I.
Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. They're so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we were just talking at halftime, that's not a pass you're going to be able to make to Thompson.
Tough angle right there. Not enough air on it.
Davidson gets it. 6:10 remaining. 37-23 is our score. Maul, three-pointer,
Nice
top
shot.
of the key.
Yeah, nice shot. Shimmy and shake, a little bit of step back right there from Jalen again, rising up, splashing it home.
Jalen likes that top of the key
Yes.
shot. That's his comfort zone there. Just like Davidson likes it out on the wing. Here's Duff with a nice drive in against Thompson. I'm afraid Drake's going to pick that up. If it is, that's his third. They are going to call it on him. Thompson's third. Nice penetration by Duff.
I kind of slithered around in there, ended up navigating around four different Braves, did Duff, and taking into the body of the shot blocker Drake, drawing that foul.
Duff in and out on the free throw. Ely coming out of the ball game as Farnsworth checks in. Zurbach comes in for Thompson. Thompson, that Duff wasn't his man. He got caught trying to help out on the defense.
Yeah, that defensive rotation just kind of got caught in no man's land a little bit.
Duff hits the second one. 7 points tonight for Duff. 40-24 our score. Ball gets to Sassenhausen. Sassenhausen looking for help, gets the first. Now Davidson in the corner. Davidson causes the guy to fall down, but misses the shot, and here comes Brown. Nice reach in there by Zurbach. Duff goes to the floor. Nice aggressive play. Farnsworth off the rim, no good on the three. Maul with the rebound. Here come the Braves. A little helter-skelter on that sequence there. Maul tries to penetrate. Lee stays in front of him. Zurbach's going to hit the jump shot.
He's got that type of range. I mean, if you're not willing to go out and contest Kyle Zurbach from 17 feet, he's going to rise up and get it. And in that case right there, again, they're trying to pinch down and be aware of where Kyle first is, or Caleb
Johnson
first is.
Using that body to his advantage. Lee gets it to Brown. Brown looking to go around Maul. Can't quite get there. I think they're going to call Jalen on that one.
Body him up a little bit. I think so too.
Yep. Jalen's first. Third on Blackhawk already here in the second half.
That's a good battle, though. I tell you what, Brown and Jalen Mull, I mean, they're going at each other. Brown he's got some quickness to him as well. Jalen's got his hands full staying in front of him.
Underwood checks in for Johnson. Rebound there to Zurbach. You noted it at halftime. It seems like when Blackhawk brings Drake out, Snider has that chance to bring Johnson out.
Yeah.
Jalen Maul missed on the three-pointer, and they're going to grab Snider there on the foul. Or no, they're going to get...
Oh, they get first, yeah.
They're going to get first on that. It's going to be his first.
A good rebounding position right there. Who was that? It was Farnsworth, I think. He was putting his body into to first, boxing him out hard. And Caleb had no choice but to try and go over his back to get that rebound. Ended up getting the foul called on him.
Something to keep an eye on here. 4 fouls already here in the second half by Blackhawk.
Quick, yeah.
Brown, nice penetration all the way up for the layup. 13 points for Brown.
Aggressive move by Brown.
Davidson tried to get in the first. Good position by Duff with the steal. A little force on that one by Frankie.
One more dribble down to the corner. Create a better angle for yourself.
Brown off the rim, no good on the three. Zurbach with a nice rebound. Sassenhausen brings it up for Blackhawk. Gives it up to Maul. Maul trying to set up the play. Clearing Zurbach out, bringing Frankie over. Frankie's got the height advantage there. Nice play by Snider, though, with the steal. Here comes Lee. Lee's going to pull it out for the Panthers. Then he's going to spin, and they're going to get Sassenhausen with the foul.
A pretty move right there by Lee. Ends up putting Sassenhausen in the spin cycle, going down to that left-hand baseline. Luke ended up kind of reaching around, trying to poke that ball away. Sometimes that doesn't get called, but in this case, in the eyes of the official, too much contact.
Brown comes out of the ball game for Snider as Ely checks in. Ely's going to shoot the three. Rainbow doesn't quite get there. Nice rebound by Duff. Can't quite get it. Zurbach with the board for Blackhawk.
Great rebounding position there by Duff again. And despite the size disadvantage, they're going up over top of first and able to get a shot off, point blank.
Ely, a 51% three-point shooter on the season so far, but has not been able to connect on one so far tonight. Sassenhausen, left-hand side, drives against Farnsworth, gets it into first.
There it is, yep.
Foul there on Farnsworth against Snider, as first spun to his strong side that time.
Yeah, that was an easy call for the officials to make in that case right there. Farnsworth came in with the battle axe and started chopping wood on Caleb first.
They're going to
say it's a shooting foul?
They're going to give first free throws here.
Okay. Hey, why not?
Yeah, I'll take it.
He's a good free throw shooter. Sure.
Looks like the scorer's table wants a little explanation here. Or no, they're going to bring Brown back out because of the free throw. He won't come in quite yet.
Sure.
I don't think anybody was expecting the shots there.
Yeah.
So Lee back out on the court at least until after the first free throw. Caleb first steps to the line. Freshman off the rim gets the roll.
Good shot, good stroke there by Caleb.
5 points tonight so far for first.
He's been active tonight on the glass and working hard down on the block to try and establish post position. Is not converted with regularity from that position as of yet tonight.
Second shot is off. 43-26 our score. Brown into the ball game now. He looks for the three, gets it to Underwood. Underwood will shoot the three and hit it.
Good stroke right there again. Offense created by Browns. Quasi-penetration. Everybody's aware of where he's at, who has the ball. Ends up pinching down low and gets an open shot for his teammate.
Davidson to Saspenhausen. Saspenhausen, a little contact there by Ely. Ely with the leak out and the layup. Michael Ely with 6 points tonight. And Snider has pulled within 12. Small, another steal by Snider. Brown to Ely. Ely goes up for the slam.
Good defense to offense right there. Snider, that's where it's beginning. That's where it starts with them.
Blackhawk getting a little sloppy with some of their passes. They've got to be better, a little more crisp with their passes.
Being strong with the ball, being strong with it, being confident, understanding where the ball's supposed to be at, and getting yourself in a position to make good, strong passes.
Snider has gone to a zone here. Zerbach looking for help. Gets it to Davidson. Davidson has Underwood out there applying pressure. Nobody back there on Zerbach, though. He's up and in with the foul.
Good patience there by the Braves again, getting down to that short corner. Zerbach made himself available. They probed in and out at one point, got it back out to Frankie, and he dumped it right back into Kyle. Nobody shifted over to him. The ball was at that strong side. So, yeah, beautiful pass there by Frankie. Good recognition. Nice availability. Way to make yourself available, Kyle Zerbach. And then be strong with the ball when you possess it, going up with it.
Off the back rim, first grabs the offensive rebound, goes up with it, can't get there. Zerbach with the board. Outside the Maul. Maul penetration, layup, no good. There's First with it, no good.
Get in the
First
ball.
again.
There you go. There you go. Got about 5 offensive rebounds on that possession.
Nice back on the other end by Keandre Brown.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Brown is so aggressive, so quick. Strong with the ball going up to the rim.
Here's First. Now Davidson. Davidson shoots the three.
There you go.
And hits it.
There you go. Tell you what, simple ball reversal right there. Again, if you're going to play zone, you got to go out and contest the jump shooters.
Duff, no good. Davidson with the rebound. The best way to bust the zone is for Frankie to hit a few of those threes.
Absolutely.
Oh, Zerbach was open underneath.
Oh,
First
nice.
with a nice spin move. Couldn't quite get it to drop. Here comes Farnsworth for Snider. Farnsworth with the spin. They're going to call it tipped off out of bounds to Blackhawk.
Nice. Absolutely. Getting up and down here again. Snider's able to pull the lead down to 10 by playing good, hard-nosed, disciplined defense. These last couple possessions from them, they've not been able to close out on shooters and have not rotated well on defense, leaving the Braves with wide open threes and some easy buckets.
Another open threes, no good. 6 seconds remaining in the quarter as Snider grabs the rebound. Ely to Brown. Brown's going to shoot it with 1 second remaining. No good. The end of the third quarter. Blackhawk with a 15-point lead, 50-35 here on The Voice.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice.
Possession stays with the Braves. Looks like scores table just double checking, making sure there was a jump ball there.
Yeah.
Jalen will throw it in underneath for the Braves. Davidson gives it back to him. Man-to-man on the out-of-bounds here for Snider.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Sassenhausen looks for Thompson. Thompson needs to look for that shot.
Oh, get in there, ball.
Kyle tips it out, but Snider grabs it. Lee going all the way. Maul will contest, but Lee will get it.
Yeah, good strong move there by Lee. Again, out on the break. Get a head of steam going there. Put your chin on the rim.
Lee's first 2 of the night. Snider has cut the lead to 11. Maul has it. Ely out there on him. Also Barnes. Back in this trapping zone.
There you go.
Davidson, baseline 3, off the rim, no good. Thompson with a nice rebound.
Nice. Boy, great find, good patience there by Jalen to find a wide open Frankie Davidson, but even better effort there by Drake to get an offensive rebound.
Barnes can't quite get it. Drake with a nice rebound. Good thing Drake did down here on the offensive rebound. He kind of tipped it to himself, got himself under the control, and then went up with it.
Absolutely. Established that possession and then exploded it in.
Maul, spin move, right hand, floater, no good. He goes back up with it. Thompson again tips to himself, and he goes up with it. They're going to call it on the floor. They're going to call, I believe, Ely on the foul.
Oh, look at Johnson. Yeah.
Johnson with his 4th.
That's been a good battle.
Snider wishes it was Ely on that one, I think.
Yes.
Out of timeout here as Duff's going to check in. We got a full timeout. We'll take it with them here with your score 52-39. Blackhawk with the lead here on The Voice.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Blackhawk Christian. 52-39 is our score. Snider called that timeout right before the break. Blackhawk Christian has it underneath, up by 13. He called that foul on the floor against Johnson. His 4th foul, so Duff comes in for him. Tried to get it into Zurbach, couldn't get it. Snider with the steal.
Nice.
Maul with the steal right back. We got a foul out on the floor. That foul goes up against John Barnes to save the layup. Smart play by Barnes.
Yeah. Jalen had a full head of steam coming down after he picked that errant pass off, and he was streaking to the basket for an easy deuce. Yeah, smart foul there on the open break.
Caleb's first into the ball game for Drake Thompson. Maul will trigger it in from underneath. Davidson has it. Davidson wants to go against Barnes. Gets it out to Maul instead. Snider on the inbounds. Goes man-to-man. Davidson tries to take the man. Floater, no good. First just jumps over everybody for the rebound. He had 2 guys with better position, and he just jumped right over them.
Boy, it helps to be 6'9", 6'10".
Here's Jalen now out top. 4:14 remaining, 13-point lead. Underneath,
nice
Kyle Zurbach with the bucket.
Beautiful pass. Set up again. If you get penetration into the lane, man-to-man or zone, it's just death. You end up sucking defense to you and just getting easy layups for your teammates.
Underwood to Barnes. They're looking for Ely with the alley-oop, and he got it.
Great play right there again. Turn your head for a second. Go over the top.
Michael Ely with 14 points tonight. 12 points tonight for Ely. 13-point lead for Blackhawk. Maul penetration. Tried to get the bounce pass to Zurbach. The bounce pass was a good idea. It was just a little too far for Kyle.
Yeah. Hard for him to release. That pass ended up going underneath the rim. Need to be a little bit tighter to his body for it to be effective.
3.5 remaining in the ball game. Underwood has it out top, gets it over to Barnes. Barnes to Underwood, and now Farnsworth. Farnsworth looking for Duff. Duff guarded by First. Duff gets it out to Farnsworth. Farnsworth shoots the three off. Davidson with the board. Snider, really the only scoring they have on the court right now is Duff. Ely with a little bit of scoring out there too. I'm surprised Brown's not out there right now for him.
And speaking of him,
oh, looky there. There he
making
is.
his way to the scorer's table.
Jalen Mall. Screen set by Davidson. Ely with the switch. Mall will penetration against Ely, and then get the foul against Snider.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great call right there. And again, beautiful play there by Jalen. Again, using his offhand, driving it into the paint. Again, that patented floater that has become just such a deadly weapon for him. When he's got his man on his hip, he's able to kind of float that ball up, and it's really hard for him to kind of contest it because he has his momentum going towards the rim. Very much so at the mercy of Jalen at that point. Ends up getting the foul.
Lee and Brown, a couple seniors, check back in for Snider for the last 3 minutes of the ball game. Mall's second one is good. 19 on the night for Jalen. 14-point lead for Blackhawk. Lee takes over point guard positioning. Keandre Brown, nice block by Mall. He leaks out and goes left hand with the layup.
Beautiful defense to offense, instantaneously block. Again, great look ahead by First as well, hitting Jalen, at least leading him, allowing him to track that ball down to get the layup. Good finish with the offhand as well by Jalen.
Ely out to Duff. Duff gets the shot, and Sassenhausen gets the body.
Don't foul the jump shooter. That's what coach is telling Sass right now. Good contest, but just a little out of control. Got into his body. At that point, Duff was already in the air and had released the shot. Sassenhausen ended up just kind of undercutting him a little bit, getting him with that body, having that foul called on him.
Dylan Duff, the sophomore, hits his free throw. Gets him into double figures with 10. 57-44 is our score. Jalen with the pressure on the backcourt. Sassenhausen gets ahead to Davidson. Davidson was looking for Zerbach to cut. Kyle looking for the penetration, gets the foul called there on Underwood, and that's the 7th team foul against Snider.
Good zone break right there. Again, Snider coming out off that make and then pressing full court, trying to get easy basket here with a turnover. But the Braves handled it superbly, getting that ball down court to Frankie. Frankie found Zerbach in the middle there at the nailhead, and as he turned, who was it? Underwood, I think, ended up coming over and getting him, picking on him.
Kyle Zerbach to the line, 1 in the bonus. First one off the back rim, no good. Rebound to Duff. 13-point lead remains. 2 minutes remaining in that ball game. Here's Lee with the penetration, loses it, gets it out to Underwood, now Duff. Now Underwood, penetration out to Ely with a long three, nails it.
Yeah, pretty right there.
30-second timeout instantly there by Snider.
Boy, that was a tough shot with a contested at that. Frankie was all over him.
Yeah, when you got 6'6" closing out on you there, you got to put some arch on it. Exactly what Ely did. I believe that's Ely's first three of the night, and it is.
Yeah.
So for a guy coming in shooting 51%, shooting a lot of threes on the season, and that's his first one tonight. Blackhawks done a great job on him the whole ball game.
Passing it to Snider and having him come down and get a layup.
Keandre Brown brings it up, gets it to Lee. Lee, a nice pump fake off, and Davidson pulls down the board for Blackhawk. Davidson's going to bring it up, 4 seconds remaining. Frankie will dribble it out, and that is the ball game. Final score tonight, Blackhawk Christian 63, Snider 47. We'll have a little commercial break here. We'll be back to wrap things up here on The Voice.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville,
lead. They never really gave that up. I mean, it got down to 10, I remember, at one point, but I don't think it got back into single digits after that.
Yep, absolutely. There were spurts. I mean, that's the case with, high school basketball. You're expecting teams to go on mini runs and get themselves back in the game or extend out leads themselves. So you kind of expected that out of Snider here to kind of come back to the game a little bit, but you're absolutely right. They couldn't cut it down into single digits at any point in the second half. And, count that, the credit of the Braves. I mean, Coach Davidson coached his team up tonight, got them prepared to the point where they knew that the physicality in which Snider plays the game of basketball. They know their mentality. They understand that it's going to end up being one of those slugfests. You have to be able to keep your composure at that point and be strong with the ball. They will not play a more physical squad than they played tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there was no easy bucket. They were bodying up every single time. I mean, Lawrence Johnson, just a man of a young man out there, and he was giving Blackhawk fits the entire night out there.
Yeah.
All right, run down the individual scoring first for Snider. We mentioned it, basically their big three. Led in scoring by senior Keandre Brown with 15 points. Also Michael Ely, their freshman, with 15 points. Ely had only 4 at halftime, so 11 second-half points for Ely, including a three-pointer there toward the end. 10 points for the sophomore Dylan Duff. I mean, he looked really aggressive, looking for his shot early on. That kind of faded as the game went on. Keandre Brown kind of took over things in that second half for them, along with Ely. But after the big three, it goes all the way down to Jay-Sean Underwood, who hit a three there in the third quarter for 3 points. And Lawrence Johnson and Jonquel Lee both scored 2 points for Snider for their total of 47. The fifth time they've been held under 50 points this season. For Blackhawk Christian, led in scoring by senior Jalen Mall. 15 points at halftime, 23 points total in the game for Jalen. 17 points tonight for Frankie Davidson. He had 8 of those in the second half. 8 points each for Kyle Zerbach, all in the second half. And Drake Thompson with 8 points as well. And Caleb First, the freshman, with 7 points tonight. And that was all the scoring for Blackhawk. So 5 guys, but still those 5 guys very balanced in scoring for those 5 guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Inside-out presence again with it as well. We saw Jalen hit from the outside as well as Frankie typically, who quietly goes about his business and, brings in 16, 17, 18 points a night for, this Brave squad. Great balance scoring for them. But I'm telling you what, there's going to be learning opportunities as they go back and review this film as well. Caleb First is going to want to burn the film. That's what he's going to want to do. He had multiple opportunities, point blank range, and with his size and his skill level, he expects better of himself as far as finishing wise. But I tell you, I give Snider credit. I mean, for his the size disadvantage that they had, they tried to mitigate that by playing their typical physical style of basketball, and you had to think that got to Caleb a little bit, and he's going to learn from this as well.
Yep, absolutely. For Snider, they go to 5-11 on the season. They got a big matchup Friday night at Bishop Luers. For Blackhawk Christian, now 17-2 on the season. We are back next Tuesday night for South Adams. The Starfires come to Blackhawk Christian for a matchup. So those are the next 2 games for the respective teams. I'd be remiss if I didn't wish a happy birthday to my wife, Alyssa.
There you go.
Happy birthday to her. I will not reveal her age on here for history of YouTube for everybody to go back and check. 29 again. She's been holding on that number. So happy birthday to Alyssa. I'll be home in just a few minutes. So the kids will probably be in bed, though. So. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on the broadcast here. So along with Paul Suvar, I'm Brian Greenwald. Thank you very much, and we will be back with you next Tuesday night for the big matchup against South Adams. Thank you very much for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.